Wow, so Dune, 8.5 on Real Sharks. All right, I got another review for you. Are you a fan of um, Kevin? Just give me a moment here. Sorry, Kevin Durant.
The basketball player.
No, that's Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant. He's the Durant. He's the actor from Vikings. He played Harvard in the Vikings. He played in Real Steel. He was the cowboy. You know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
he's been in Smoking Aces. He was one of the the brothers that were all psycho and
Right.
crazy. He's been in quite a
Right.
few different films. Quite the track record actually. Um, Give me just a moment here. Quite the track record though for him. Uh, I actually have to say he's a very chameleon actor because for those of you who probably specifically want to see a film with him in, he played a Mexican in The Butterfly Effect. That's right, the Mexican that the Ashton Kutcher is talking to in that
Yes.
cell. That's not a Mexican. That's actually Kevin Durant as a Mexican. So
Wow.
that guy. Anyway, he is actually in his own film. 2014, it is old, but I actually found this film during Halloween, and I wanted to do a review of it, but
Mm.
I didn't really get a chance to. It's called Dark Was the Night. You can actually find this movie on Tubi. Um, I have to say, this is a cheap film, Steve. Gets a 5.6 on IMDb, which is not good.
Yeah.
52% on Rotten Tomatoes, not good. But overall, this is why I think people didn't like it. I actually thought it was decent. Not a gem, just decent. The reason I say that is because it was a creature feature of not showing the creature. But, the acting was good. The premise of the film itself, I thought, was very on task. But what was killing the film as it continuously went on was the fact of the showing of the creature because you can tell this is such a low budget film that you're just like, oh god, the special effects are cheap.
Yeah.
It's just like claw here, death here, maybe a quick move here, but it's like, oh, don't show him out in the open. Oh god, it's kind of like when we watch Sweetheart. It's like that creature was so freaky at first, and then you got him in the light, and you're like, oh, it's the thing from The Faculty.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually did watch this film a while back, like early in the month of October, getting ready for some horror films. And yeah, I think you're right, Rob. I didn't hate this film. I thought it was fine. But it is one of those like cheesy C level movies where, he's fine in the film. Kevin Durant he's good.
Yeah, is it
He's a great actor. Carries the film. He is the film pretty much, and everybody else
right?
in it is kind of just kind of there.
Coach there.
Not just to, no disrespect to those actors and actresses, but I mean, like, it speaks for itself. But the monster effect, that you're right on with that. I was like, whoa, at first. I was like, okay, hopefully this is pretty cool, right? Um, and then after a while, I don't know, dude. It just kind of the one thing that was kind of cool was when that dude was transforming and his eyes and like his face was like, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool.
So the whole
That
premise of this
was
film
it.
is basically a small town, of course, small town sheriff and his deputy, Lucas Haas, actually, who you remember that young guy? He's the guy from Mars Attacks. He
Yeah,
that the young guy who was the dude in the donut shop. He's been in a few different films,
yeah,
but yeah, he hasn't aged a bit. But anyway, this is a film about a logging company basically awaking something unexplained in the town, and it's hunting the town down by one by one. Oh my god, what can they do? They barely have weapons from this creature, and it's wintertime. What are they gonna do? But yeah, I think what kind of kills this movie though is probably the end. I think the end was kind of a stupid ending because you get once spoilers, they get rid of one creature to find out that hey, it's actually a hive of them, or drove or group or train, whatever, of
right.
these
Yeah, the cheap thing where
things.
there's more.
There's a lot more. Yeah, you got the whole uh cold skin thing, but not without the Aqualad. So without the Aqualad,
Right.
so without that, but yeah.